hard to always know what the response would be, but that's why I, after the game the other night, told everybody that I love coaching this team because they are tough and resilient and they battle, and that's what they did. We had a really good practice yesterday, and I think there was carryover effect to this game. It was probably the best. We've been concentrated and focused day before a game, and we looked like the team that we were early in the season. Cincinnati plays really hard. They're really good on defense, and for us to get that many points, and we held them under our goal, which was 70 coming in. So it was just a good effort.
Bobby, were you in a way trying to reach the team with your comments after Wednesday's game and just a different strategy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a total idiot. I'm probably a partial idiot. So there's always things that I say that even in terms of the crowd, that should be the first thing that I said tonight, but I didn't really mention that I thought were really good. I think we gave them something to cheer about, so it's a two-way street, and it was far better, and we had a good advantage in that regard. But there was a part of what I said was to hopefully get through to the players to be able to lock in a little more and concentrate on these little details. The margin of error is very slim at this level and in this league to win games, so you can't afford to not be on the same page as much as possible.
Were you ever afraid that maybe you and the players were going to press too hard because just being so motivated to take that Wednesday night taste out of your mouth?
You don't know, is the team at a point where we've been breaking, or we've been broken from just the losses, and but to their credit, and they proved what I felt about them most of the year is that they don't give up and they fight and they battle, and at times we may not be as talented as some other teams at all positions to win certain games. If a particular team might be at their very best and at our very best, it may not equal winning all the time, but I really feel good that the group went after the game the way they did tonight.
What do you say about Mo and his kind of big boy thing today, just willing to be involved?
Mo and I had a good discussion about concentrating on his game, and he wants to win so badly. I think he was pressing a little bit in a number of different ways, and I'm not saying that's the reason. He got good looks. He connected when he had his opportunities. The back-to-back threes he hit in the second half were huge when they had cut into the deficit.
Coach, you talked at points this season about issues with closeouts and things like that. You built Cincinnati to just 23% from beyond the arc today. How does that feel after struggling in that department this season?
It was probably the best we did in scouting, just understanding the personnel and what guys' strengths and weaknesses are, and we didn't run at, you mentioned the word closeout, we didn't run and close out to a guy that doesn't want to shoot threes. So the guys that were guarding individual players knew hey, we're going to help, we're going to have more heavy help off this particular player, and the kid Thomas was their best three-point shooter coming in, 42% from the field, and leading scorer, and he didn't score in the game. I think the guys, all the perimeter guys, did a good job of corralling him, but we also had an awareness for him and coming off screening actions and a ball screen to do a good job.
Noah was one of the guys that you circled on Wednesday as far as needing to focus and listen better. A game like tonight that he has where it feels like he's just all over the place in ways that don't show up on the stat sheet. How big was that for him to bounce back?
Noah just happened to be the lightning rod at the end there. He's really not usually like that. He's very cerebral about how he thinks about the game and wanting to develop his IQ for the game, and he already has a strong understanding of how to play, and he understands angles on defense. He's very active with his hands. He got some key plays. I thought his 50-50 under the basket when they missed in the second half, him to come out of there with the basketball was something that we've been lacking too. Just it seems like we never get a loose ball when we make somebody miss or do something stupid, and we just can't come up with it. And that was, I thought, a big play at that point in the game.
Hey, Coach, you've been off to a quick start together. the other night, even today, like getting off to a quick start, and they were answering and punching back. Like, how did you just feel like the defensive energy kind of helped the response just keep going all game long?
Yeah, we kind of did the same thing that we did the other night in terms of the other team calling a timeout after we went on a run, and then they scored 8 points straight out of their timeout, so we didn't do a great job in those defensive situations. And outside of that, though, it was hard to really knock how we were playing. Even though we didn't stop them, I mean, they shot 58% in the first half. They had 10 turnovers, so we didn't do one thing great, but we compensated for that by our activity and creating turnovers.
Coach, you've kind of been constrained by an 8-man rotation over the last week or so. Is there any hope that Marcus makes a return in the next few games?
I don't see that in the short term. I can't speak to when Marcus would rejoin and get back in the mix.
After last game, you said it's hard to see a light in the tunnel. Do you feel like it's easier to see that now after this win?
It's you don't know. It's coming into this game. I mean, again, I just respect how hard we competed and just the quality of the basketball that we played. Like, that's a good sign. Now, you take whatever positives we can take out of this, and then we have to figure out a way to get ready to play again here real soon. And we were really good at Arizona, and I thought, heck, if we could play the #1 team in the country to a one-possession game under a minute, that says something that we could be competitive. And then we laid an egg at Houston. So we got to put together and string together some quality games. And if we play at this level on offense and 13 of 28 from 3 and good percentages and take care of the ball pretty well, then we should have a good chance to be very competitive in this.
How important was this from a psyche, especially after the last game, to get kind of some positive momentum, get guys kind of back in a positive frame of mind?
I think it's multiple reasons, really. Like, winning at home, we got to get back to understanding what it takes to do that and taking advantage of our home court and winning games that we have a really good chance to win, and then obviously use whatever momentum that we could get out of this game. Thank you, guys.
See what Bobby said after Wednesday's game, and did you guys talk about that stuff as a team in the last couple of days? He said that you guys had very good practice.
Yeah, we had seen what he said. We had a meeting actually about it. He wasn't wrong. Like, he wasn't deliberately like ignoring him. It was just like when the coach draws something up and we don't run it right after, that's considered not listening. So like, he was right. He was not listening. He was not running out of bounds plays correctly. He was not running the plays correctly, and he got on us for that. And he came out and he said we don't listen, which was true. And we came back. We had a meeting. The staff, the players, we had a meeting, and we just said, like, we just got to change it because we got to change it. It's just that simple.
How did it feel having your coach say these things?
We got to pick it up. Now that means everybody looking at us like we just don't listen. Now we got to all come together, just because on the outside looking in it look bad. So now we got to make it look way better if we come together instead of going our individual way.
Although I noticed when I got here at 6 o'clock, you were shooting free throws.
Yeah.
You were out here long before anybody else shooting those free throws. Can you kind of talk about maybe the ownership you're taking after, especially like not a good game last week, and trying to set an example and build this team to win?
Yeah, it's just all about trusting in your work. I feel like the game, when I went 3 for 7 last game, from the free throw line, I was rushing, I wasn't breathing, I wasn't bending my knees, so I just got back to the drawing board and just, took my breath. You get 10 seconds at the line, so I took my breath like I usually do, bend my knees, and just, try to focus on making the shot.
Bobby said you maybe were pressing lately, maybe not because of that, not playing well. Did you feel that today just came in more relaxed, maybe compared to Wednesday?
Nah, I feel like it's the same way. I'm just continuing to trust my work, whether the shot go in and out. I wouldn't say like I'm like that. I'm just happy to be here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to play hard, whether the ball go in or not.
If you miss it now, it's going in there hard.
Another thing that
Bob. I'm sorry. How much did you guys need this after that last game? How much from a positive psyche you guys can both answer? How much did you need this game?
I feel like we need every game we play. I feel like we the best team when we step on the floor, so we need every game we play, and we're gonna take it one game at a time.
Yeah, it's all about controlling the controllables, our energy, our effort, keeping that at a high pace, no matter if the other team going to run, if they don't, or if we up 20, still still have that fight, like we tied up, we're trying to fight back. So it's just all about maturing through the season, but it's possible to turn things around. Plenty of schools did it, had a rough stretch and then turned it around. So that's what I've just been preaching to the team. Like, it's still possible. We're in the best conference in the country. You get on a 3-game, 4-game win streak, and then you're back in the conversation. But it's just one game at a time.
What did you guys learn from just being in the Big 12 for the first time?
Being patient, don't rush everything. It's gonna come to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just like every possession is like very important. Rather than where I'm coming from, you make give up possessions, but like being in the Big 12 with these coaches, they coach X and O's to a T. So just having the important conversation, that's where it goes back to Coach Hurley saying we don't listen. Like, we cannot mess up out of bounds plays or after timeout plays just because we don't listen. Like, we can't do that because we don't got space margin for error for that.
Coach talked about the importance of winning at home, and obviously you guys had a really big bounce back game today in front of a pretty good crowd. What do you guys make about the home court tonight and how that's important to you guys going forward as well?
I couldn't even hear him.
Oh, my bad. I was saying about home court advantage and you guys needing it to kind of rally and win games. What did you make about the home court crowd tonight and how it kind of impacted you guys on the court?
I feel like every time we play at home, we have a great crowd. We just gotta get out there and perform and play the best we can and give y'all a great show so y'all can come back and it can be more packed than what it is.
Yeah, he definitely told me that before the game. He kept saying like, we keep getting great crowds, but we gotta win or they're not gonna come no more. So it's just that simple. Like, we keep getting good crowds. I feel like we haven't had a bad crowd maybe since the first 2-3 games of the season where nobody really knew who he was, but ever since then we've had good crowds and we've just been coming up short, and there's no excuse for that. We just gotta stack these wins together so we could fill the arena.
When did you realize that your shot was good from the young guys?
When I woke up.
Right. See it.
How important did you feel that your shooting was to the team performance overall, and the team as a whole really shot well from young yards today?
Yeah, it was super important. It was super important because I feel like with this team, like, if I'm off, like, I feel like we're gonna be off as a team. So I just gotta be consistent and just making shots. I can't have a good game like this, then next game go 2 for 10 or 2 for 11 or 3 for 15. Like, that's not possible. That's not what's gonna get us the win. So just not staying too high, not staying too low in these type of games, just staying like above water.
Samba had a really tough assignment today against Cincinnati's front court. What did you two see from him tonight?
Some fight. I kind of got on Masamba earlier. I feel like he wasn't playing hard. Then he responded in the second half, came out blocking shots, rebounding. I think he finished with 10 rebounds. I think he finished with 10 rebounds. So he just responded really well. The Big 12 is crazy, like from guards to the front court. So it's like we got our hands full. Samba got his hands full. So it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna just start telling the bigs, like, let's see who can get more stops. The bigs and guards, like,
gonna be a dog fight.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to bring that competitive fire back. So I just really like what I saw from Samba.
Can you talk about, you had the big lead and they cut it to 3, and then I think you hit a couple of your big shots then. Can you kind of talk about them cutting the lead to 3 and were there negative thoughts creeping in, like, oh my God, here we go again, or were you just kind of in the moment?
Nah, I just felt like, I'm just tired of like having a lead and just like, giving it up. Like last game we was up 26-13. We just gave them the lead at the end of the game, towards the end of the game. And I was just, you do have to make big plays. You have to make the ball go on the rim. So I got 2 good open shots. I hit them, good passes from my teammates. So it was just like, I'm just tired of the same thing, like tired of losing.
He shy away from the moment. He wanted them shots.
So I'm just tired of losing the same way.
Mo, how would you compare today's performance to the best of your collegiate career?
Today?
Today.
It's up there. I've been here for a little while. I kind of put my moments as to like what's going on in my life. Like, so my freshman year, I'd had good moments, but it's like, you're a freshman, you kind of cherish the moments more than you do your sophomore, junior year. When you get older, you start looking back at all the moments you had, the good and bad. So it's up there though for tonight. So.
You guys good?
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Put some more of the moments on them.